My name is Claudia Kopensky. I went to Drew University in Madison, New Jersey, and I played club rugby for a semester. I don't really know of any perks that they got, and if they did, I didn't know about them. I don't necessarily know if they should be paid, but I think something different needs to be happening with, I guess, especially D1 athletes, because I think a lot of these recruits are being exploited, and then I would like to know what the contingency plan is for players who are injured and can't play anymore.
So my name's Logan Samuels. I went to Hood College in Frederick, Maryland, and I played intramural sports, but not varsity athletics, I guess. I did cheerleading for 2 years, and I was a member of the dance ensemble. Yes, not as much as I would imagine a Division I school would have. We did call them scholar athletes, student athletes, something that they had to sign a contract that academics came first, but they were always being exempt from classes for tournaments, games, etc., practices, or would sneak in early or late to go to the trainer. So not an eye was batted for that. I don't. I think they get a lot of special treatment already. I think if you want to be paid to play sports, you should go be an athlete. You're choosing a college education for a reason, and that should be your priority. It's fine if you're really good at sports and that's what you want your free time to be, but I didn't get paid to be student government president, so I don't think you should get paid to play soccer.
My name is Michael Chavez. I went to Central Washington University, and for 4 years I was a track athlete. There was definitely a preferred treatment through the administration's eyes and stuff like that. When it came to like equipment and stuff like that, we were probably all on the same playing field. You never want to be considered like the show pony of the school but never actually get paid for it, you know? Because that's the thing, is that your face is on the poster, your face is on the ticket stubs that are being sold, your face is on every sort of merchandising that is around there. Your face is in the student store where they sell the team gear and stuff like that. And so it was the fact that players don't really get compensation for that. When your likeness is being used and your abilities are being showcased, but you're given, you might be given a tuition break but for the most part, most student athletes aren't on full scholarship. It's usually partial scholarship.
My name is Erin Louis Brand. I went to undergrad at Salve Regina University in Newport, Rhode Island, and I played soccer there. I didn't really see any perks because we were a D3 school, but I did notice that a lot of professors were more lenient with student athletes about missing class if there were games. I do not think collegiate athletes should be paid. I think at D1 schools, they already receive perks. They get scholarships, they get help from professors that other students don't get. And I think choosing to go D3 or D2 and not receiving as many scholarships for playing, I think that's a choice that students make to put school first and sports second. So I don't think that they should be paid additionally on top of scholarships or any other perks that they might receive.
So my name is Chris Gerber. I went to school at King University in Bristol, Tennessee, and I was a D1 volleyball player. I'd say probably the biggest perk was the support system that they put in place for athletes. Now that being said, I'm not sure if they had that in place for other students, but I just know that it was visible when it came to the amount of athletes that were having academic support, but the amount of athletes that were getting supported other ways throughout the system within the school. So I believe that movement should take hold solely because if you look at it from a larger institutional standpoint where you have the bigger schools, take Alabama with their football programs or Duke with their basketball, you have these colleges and these universities making millions and millions of dollars off of these students, and most of them, especially in this era, you have the one and done years, or you have them only going for 2 or 3 years, where that whole concept of, well, they're getting a free degree off of them coming to play for us, it really isn't translating solely because they're only staying in college for a year to 2 years and then moving on to the professional level to play.
My name is Hannah Baker. I went to the University of Southern Mississippi, and I did not play any sports there. So I'm not entirely sure. I didn't have too much personal interaction with our athletes, but I know that they, or at least the football players, got full ride scholarships, I believe, and they were paid as well. So I think it's not great that these athletes have that ability to go to college full ride when a lot of students who are there for academic purposes don't get that same opportunity, and that it's college that needs to be important as well.
My name is Justin Kenyon. I went to Catholic University for undergrad, go Cards, and I swam all 4 years. Not necessarily at Catholic because it was D3, but I'm definitely familiar with it. My family, my brother and sister both went to Loyola, which is a D1 school, and they swam there. And I know they got perks, for instance, like academic advisors for sports teams. They got to pick classes first, they got to pick housing first, so stuff like that. No, I don't believe they should. I think if they were to get paid, it would sort of incentivize schools to put sports as a top priority in recruiting as opposed to education.
My name is Sydney Eckert. I went to Ursinus College for my first 2 years and did gymnastics there. And then I transferred to Penn State University for my junior and senior year, and I didn't play any sports there. At Ursinus College, no, just because it's a small liberal arts college. Most of the students there are there for sports or are athletes. When I transferred to Penn State, there was a huge difference by the way athletes were treated versus non-athletes. For example, the facilities alone were a lot nicer for athletes than non-athletes. No, I do not think they should be paid. I think technically they're kind of paid through their scholarships if they have scholarships, but and I think all the perks kind of covers up for or helps them almost be paid without not being paid. So no, I don't think they should be paid. I think if they're good enough and they can transition into the professional world and make a career out of it, then they obviously can do that. But if not, no.
My name is Jeremy Kelly. I went to Franklin Marshall College in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, not Lancaster. And in college I played club hockey, and then I played soccer and tennis and basketball and a bunch of other stuff growing up. I think the administration definitely treated them differently. They seemed to know the administration more. They were more often associated with or kind of called out or called up to talk to the alumni, help with donations and that sort of thing. So I think they got special treatment in terms of just how well they knew the administration, but beyond that, not a whole lot, at least not in undergrad.
My name is Tiade Fa'atea. I went to George Mason University for my undergrad, and I did not play any sports there. Well, I think the student athletes that I saw at Mason, you could tell who they were because of their sweatsuits. Like just all the Mason gear. They were like the walking bookstore mannequins. So I wasn't sure if that was a perk, but they walked around like it was. I mean, at that point I was a lot older than the students there, so I didn't really care. But other than that, I didn't really see any like visible perks that I could tell.